Good night, Dallas! Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we have a very special guest, Juan, a talented wedding and quinceañera decor. He has worked on countless beautiful events, transforming spaces into unforgettable experiences. Today, we are going to dive into his journey, the challenges he's faced, and what exciting projects he has for the future. I'm really looking forward to this conversation, so let's get started. Juan, how did you get started in wedding and quinceañera decor?
I started doing family events. Every time we had a family event, they would be like, help us decorate, help us do arrangements, help us pick colors. So that's how I started. I started with my family. And then from there, I was like, this could really be a good business. And I liked it. And that's how I expanded. And I started growing.
That's really interesting. What did you enjoy most about decoring weddings and quinceañeras?
Transforming the spaces, seeing the space really evolve and change from how it was before I got there to when I'm done setting up.
It sounds like you really love what you do.
I do. It's amazing. It's a passion. It's an adrenaline rush, but it's a lot of fun. It is.
Can you tell us about a wedding or quinceañera decoration that you're really particularly proud of?
Recently, I think it's been a quinceañera that I did this past year in June. I had 1 week to set up, 1 week to plan, to design for 300 guests. And within that week, I got it done, set up, and everything. And it was, so far right now, it's been the best one that's gotten most likes and reviews on Instagram and Facebook.
That must have been an amazing experience. What is your process when you first met with a couple or client?
The process, the first meeting is just discussing budgets and ideas. And also I ask them what venue do they have. If they have a venue, I recommend they have a venue booked. But from there, we start discussing ideas, colors, depending if it's wedding or quinceañera, what they envision, what they have, what plans they would like, or what all the other vendors are having to include in the design, and we go from there.
It's great to hear that you take time to understand their vision. How do you ensure that each decoration style reflects the couple's personality?
By paying attention to the couple and how they behave and how they act and what they're envisioning, and I make sure that reflects. So I try to do focus on little things that they do like. For example, on the bride, if she's like, oh, my dress has a bow, I try to incorporate bows in the decor. The groom, if he's like, oh, my jacket's velvet, so we try to incorporate the velvet into the table linens. Or just consider them, because at the end of the day, it's their day. So we do try to make sure that they reflect on all the decoration. So if you see the venue, like you'll see them, what they like, or what they envision.
Yeah, it's so important to make it personal. What's your favorite part of the decoration process?
My favorite part, I think it's the day of setup. When the adrenaline is running, when you're rushing, when the excitement's there, the day of, you have to get it done, start working, and you start seeing it all come together. I think that's the favorite part.
I can see why that part excites you.
Yes, a lot.
How do you handle challenges when something doesn't go as planned during the event?
We always have a plan B. You always want to keep in mind that something can go wrong, so you try to prepare for it. Luckily, it hasn't happened, but we do prepare. We do have plan Bs. We do have other options, or just on the spot, we have to think and make up and create to fix whatever's gone wrong. Just be at just you have to be on your feet. Keep you on your feet in case something does go wrong. You're prepared. You have everything. You can recover, and that's the best way to prepare.
Do you remember any experience?
Not yet.
No, not yet. Okay.
No, it hasn't happened.
That sounds like a tough situation. No, just kidding.
A tough situation. It is a tough situation.
What is the most common mistake people make when choosing wedding or quinceañera decorations?
The most common mistake, I think I would say picking the color. When they want to pick the color, for quinceañeras, if the dress is pink and they want everything pink, I think that's a mistake. So picking colors is the first mistake, not knowing how to combine colors or not knowing how to bring a different color that's going to really make it stand out in contrast and make the event look a little bit more elevated. It would be picking the color. That's the first mistake they make, by trying to pick everything off the color of the dress.
Is there any special tool that help you to do combinations of colors?
I use the color wheel. I do use the color wheel just to show them and give them more options. Obviously, the color will give you more colors, but we try to pick between 2 or 3 colors, and always your accent metals, which is your gold, silver, clear, or chrome.
That's a great tip. It's easy to overlook those things. How do you stay updated with the latest trend in event decorations?
Social media. Social media is really the best way you can stay updated on trends, because trends come and go so fast that you do want to be up to date. You do want to have an open eye to see what other designers that are higher, that are on another level that we are. Just following them on social media and seeing what they're putting out, and the magazines too. You can do magazines, you can do social medias, following the higher scale of event designers, that usually they're the ones that set the trends, and from there.
Do you have any mentor or something that you admire their work?
There's 2. It's Ponce from Miami, and there's Eddie from LA.
Oh. Shout outs to them. What do you think makes your decoration style different from others in the industry?
What do I think makes me stand out from others? I think it's my passion and my eye for detail. Like, I make sure that everything's set, everything's good. I do try to guide the couple or the quinceañeras to what would look best, and most of the time they take my word for it, and it does work. And I think it's just my effort, my passion, that drives me to really execute the event.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you are the expert, right?
Yes.
They try to hire you because you are an expert
Yes.
on this field. How do you manage your time on event day to make sure everything is perfect?
How I manage my time is by the setup. So there's a process that we do set up. Obviously, we start with the table linens, centerpieces. The team already knows what to do. We've had talks prior. We've had talks before the event, or months, even days. Just by working with me, they already know what to do. So that's really what helps me manage the time on the day of setup.
Yeah, that must take a lot of organizations. Yeah.
Yes.
What's the most challenging part of being a wedding and quinceañera decorator?
The most challenging part is getting information from the client, getting their vision, because there's clients that they're very shy or they don't want to speak up. Mainly the quinceañeras, I think that's the hardest part, is getting the information, like asking her, what do you like? And she's like, I don't know. And it's okay that they don't know. It's their only quinceañera they're going to have. But that's the challenge, just trying to get them to open up and give you the ideas, share what they like, what they don't like, especially when you ask them what they don't like. A lot of people are scared to tell you no. And I'm always there to support, like, you can tell me you don't like it, and then we can work, and we know not to do this, so we can go in a different direction. So it's just getting them to open up and share their opinion is the hardest part.
Are you usually talk with the quinceañeras or their parents?
I try to focus on the quinceañera, because at the end of the day, it is her quinceañera, it is her event. The parents are sponsoring. I mean, the parents did decide to throw her the quinceañera. So with that, you take in consideration the quinceañera. There's no point in having a quinceañera and letting your parents pick out everything. So I do try to focus on the quinceañeras to make sure that it's the quince that she wants and what she's liking. I do take them in consideration, the parents. Like, I'll ask the mom, what does she think? The dad also. But I mainly focus on the quinceañera.
There are some quinceañeras that usually know what they want, but some of them, they don't know what they want, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you, if she doesn't know what she wants, you try to focus on her parents, or?
No, I still try. Most of the time she does know what she wants, or she at least knows what she likes. Maybe not what she wants, but if I show her 2 pictures, she'll tell me which one she likes better. So just by asking questions, I try to get it out of her. So I just try talking to her, creating a conversation. What's the color of your dress? What do you like? Or show me pictures of Pinterest ideas that you've seen that you do like, because everybody's on Pinterest.
I need to be on Pinterest.
You do.
And these conversations you have you meet in the coffee shop and the venue where these conversations are.
These are usually done at the. I like to do them at the venue, but they could be depending on our schedule and how we can meet. Coffee shops, my house, their house, but I prefer to do it at the venue because I can explain a little bit better, give them a better idea of what will be there and how the tables and setup will be.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to become an event decorator? Don't.
No, I would say do it. Do it and do your research, practice, and don't. It's tough. It's really hard. It's hard making the decision to become an event designer. But do it. It's amazing. It's a passion. If you have a passion for it, you have to have a passion. If you don't have a passion for it, it's gonna show, and everybody's gonna be able to see that you don't have a passion and that you're just in the business for the business. But just make sure you have a passion for it.
Yeah. How do you deal with the last minute changes from clients and or unexpected situations?
For last minute changes, I try to avoid them. If we can change things, I do tell them yes. But if it's something impossible, like they want to change the whole design, I have a cutoff time where you can make changes, which is usually 30 days before the event date. But let's say they want to change the color of the linens. If I have it, I do change it. But if I don't, I'm honest. I'm like, we can't make any more changes, or the change is too big and too last minute to change.
Yeah, maybe it's too risky to do changes from last minute, right?
Yes.
It's like maybe you risk the whole event.
It is risky because we've already planned out. Everything's already planned out, the space, the colors. So changing one thing can really alter the whole plan and the whole design, and it won't be cohesive. So as long as it's cohesive and we can change it and it's not going to affect the design, we can do it. I try to do it, but I'm also honest with them. And if I think it's going to risk it and damage the image, and at the end of the day, if I'm not going to like it, I'm going to tell them I'm not going to like it, so we're not going to do it. Because at the end of the day, it is my work that I'm putting out.
Yeah, it's your brand, right?
Yeah, it's my brand, and it's what I want to reflect.
Yes. What kind of decorations do you think are timeless and always work well?
Decor-wise, I think it's always flowers. Candles. Candles. Like, you don't even have to have a lot of flowers, but if you have candles, the way you set up the candles, if you put like 4 or 5 candles, different candles, candlesticks, floating candles, and pretty candles, I think that's classic and timeless, and it's never going to go out of style, and it makes it look romantic and warm and intimate.
Yeah. How do you balance your personal style with what your clients want?
I think my personal style does reflect a lot on my designs, but I do, and I think because my personal style does reflect on my designs, I get the clients that I do get. It's very rare to have a client where I have to do an event that it's not really my style, and I don't think it's happened yet. So I think my personal style, since it reflects on my work, my clients come because of my personal style, so it shows, and they're more comfortable booking. See ya?
Yes, I'm agree. I know they know your work and your style, so they looking for you, right?
Yes.
Okay. What's the best way for couples to communicate their decoration visions to you?
The best way to communicate is by pictures, text, DMs. I like to always be in communication with them back and forth. So if I know where a bride was like, oh, I like this, I recommend them that they send me that picture, and then we could discuss pricing, we could discuss layout. So based on her inspiration pictures, it's how we communicate.
What's the most rewarding part of your job?
The most reward, being my own boss, making my own schedule. At the end of the day, it's a dream. It's a dream, and I was thinking about this the other day, that I'm living a dream that I've dreamt for so long, I'm making it happen. And sometimes us in the industry that we are our own bosses, every time we put a step, or we're like, we want to go higher and higher and higher, but we don't take the time to really sit there and think, I'm doing it. Like, I'm here. I wanted this 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and I'm here. So let me enjoy this for now while I do the next step, or while I take the next leap. But I think it's that just knowing that I'm doing it, it's the reward itself.
Yeah, that must be such a fulfillment moment.
It is.
Okay. Where do you see yourself and your business in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I see myself expanded over Texas and other states. I do want to expand. I do want to become a travel company, but just bigger and better.
It's exciting to think about what the future holds for you.
It is. I get really excited, and I get nervous and I get overwhelmed. But we have to make it happen.
You can do it.
We have to.
Lastly, what makes a wedding or quinceañera feel special from the decoration standpoint?
From the impact that it has as soon as you walk in, if it's very nice and it's elaborate and it shows off what the couple likes and what they do, as soon as your clients get there, they see it and they feel it, that's the best part.
You really understand how to make an event memorable.
I try. I do.
Juan, how can people can find you on social media or contact you to hire your services?
On social media, I'm Royal Events and Design, and for email, it's info@Royal Events and Design. The website's royaleventsdesign.com, and my number is 972-210-6413.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Juan.
Thank you for having me.
¿Hacemos otra?
Sí, si
Para
quieres.
practicar. Tengo la otra. Lo que sí, Juan, es que no extiendes nada.
Sí, es que no sonó. No sé.
De hecho, te puse más preguntas a ti que a todos los demás,
Ajá.
porque sabía más o menos, pero
¿Y cuánto fue?
como 20 minutos, yo creo. No, menos 20.
Es que me cuesta mucho como...
Expander.
Ajá, siento que cuando empiezo a expander como que pierdo, como que me desvío mucho. Y no
Quieres
sé.
ir al point. Déjale al ChatGPT que nos haga otras preguntas.
Ah, sí.
¿Cómo me viste? Mal, ¿verdad?
¿Cómo
A
que?
ver, preguntas para Juan. ¿Quieres que sea más? A ver, dime, preguntas para Juan.
Lo que sea, nomás para practicar y yo también para tratar de elaborar un poco más.
Ok, preguntas para Juan sobre su negocio de decoración de bodas.
¿Usas el...
ChatGPT.
¿Qué es ese? ¿Como el AI?
Ajá.
Ah, ok.
Personas, 15 años, donde él se puede extender. Respuestas. ¿Quieres que hablar de cosas personales o no?
Sí, podemos.
¿Seguro?
¿Pero qué tan personales?
Pues no sé.
Sí, pues, nomás con que no sean muy, muy personales.
Queremos conocer un poco más a Juan. Juan y su personalidad, ¿no?
Y mi personalidad.
Que dure 20 minutos. No, te voy a poner 30 minutos porque te vas a aventar bien rápido. 30 minutos.
¿Hablas en inglés o en español?
Ah, en inglés.
Ok.
Sí, porque ya decimos en español.
Ok.
Estas preguntas deben ser... ¿Te imaginas de aquí a un año que ya te las haga y que ahora sí hable bien chido?
Pero siento que tenemos que cambiar la dinámica.
¿Por qué?
Porque siento que se está haciendo muy repetitivo.
Las preguntas, ¿verdad?
Ajá.
Pues es lo mismo, pero lo puse en español.
Sí.
Es que el ChatGPT. O hacemos una conversación en inglés de algo. Ya como le batalla. Pero sí necesitas extenderte porque yo no puedo llevar una conversación tan fluida.
Pues nos va a servir a los dos para...
Ok, vamos a hacerlo. Pues. Estaba grabando.